بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. Welcome my brothers in Islam to lesson 234 of Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk, book 1, part 1 of the new version. وقفنا أيها الإخوة عند صفحة 166. We stopped at page 166 في نهاية الحوار, at the end of the conversation. ووقفنا عند السطر قبل الأخير. We stopped at the line before the last one, and it is something inshallah I would mention about inshallah. This is a tanbihun, a remark. البعض يكتب, some they write inshallah. So they write inshallah in this way. You can see that they have written the in and sha'a as one word. وهذا خطأ, and this is a mistake. As you can see in the book, هناك كما ترون في الكتاب فراغ, there is a gap بين in, between in and sha'a. إذن أيها الإخوة, this is a mistake. Not only وليس خطأ في الإملاء فحسب, it's not only a mistake in the dictation, ولكن أيضا في المعنى, but also in the meaning, and this is the big problem. لأن, because الإنشاء, okay, الإنشاء, what means الإنشاء or الإنشاء? You know, after أن or لأن you get the fatha and the noun after it. وأشهد أن محمدا. Okay, so let's get it in the root form. The word إنشاء, okay, or with الإنشاء. الإنشاء means the creation, الخلق, okay, والتأسيس. Okay, these are all meanings of إنشاء. The creating or creating and the creation, okay, etc. These are all meanings of the word إنشاء. وهو من الفعل, and it comes from the verb أنشأ. As you have just seen from the meanings of إنشاء is establishing. So the past tense is أنشأ. أنشأ خالد شركة. Khalid established a company. Okay, and the other meaning of insha, if you just have seen, قال الله تعالى, Allah the Exalted said, وهو الذي أنشأكم من نفس واحدة فمستقر ومستودع قد فصلنا الآيات لقوم يفقهون. سورة الأنعام الآية الثامنة والتسعون. In the 98th ayah of Surah Al-An'am, we will see the past tense, the past tense verb, na'am, of the word insha'un, and that's ansha'a. Okay? It is He who has created you. So ansha'a means He created. It is He who has created you from one or from a single person, who's Adam alayhi salam, and has given you a place of residing, okay, and a place of storage. Allahu Akbar, a great ayah. Indeed, we have explained in detail our revelations for people who understand. Okay, in this ayah we find a word. I would like to share this word with you inshallah, although it's out of topic, and that's the word مستودع. You just have seen the meaning of the translation of the meaning of Al-Quran Al-Karim. But outside the Quranic text, the word مستودع is a very beneficial word to learn. حاولوا أن تحفظوا هذه الكلمة فإنها مهمة ومنتشرة. It's important and widespread في البلاد العربية in the Arabic lands. The word مستودع. Okay? It's an important word. It means storage. Some houses, some offices, بعض البيوت, بعض المكاتب, some offices, فيها مستودع. In them you can find a storage room. Okay? بعض الشركات, some companies, فيها مستودعات كبيرة. In them are big storages. مستودعات جمع. أين مستودع البيت? Where is the storage room of the house? مستودع الدكان ممتلئ. The storage place of the shop is full. ممتلئ. Okay. كأس ممتلئة. A full cup. طيب, we also have another word that I would like to share with you, my brothers in Islam, and that's the word warshatun. Out of topic, but still important. خارج الموضوع. It's out of topic. ولكنها كلمة مهمة أيضا. It's also an important word. ذهبت إلى الورشة. I went to the garage. ورشة is a garage. كثير من الناس يعملون في الورش أو الورشات أو الورشات. We have three plurals. We'll come to that inshallah. I went to the garage to fix my car. لإصلاح سيارتي. إذن ورشة is a garage. والجمع ورشات وورشات وورش. والورشة can also mean a workshop. Okay, so this is what I mean with the word warshatun. It's a garage or building in which especially mechanical work is carried out. طيب, نعود إلى المشتقات. We go back to the derivements of أنشأ. And the goal is to show you that, inshallah, when we come to the masdar, we have now just covered the past tense, you will know that it's totally wrong to write the noon pasted to the sheen. Okay? You should write, inshallah, only in one way, and that is the way you find in the book. إذن أنشأ, he created, or he established. ينشئ, سأنشئ شركة إن شاء الله. I will establish a company إن شاء الله. أنشئ, فعل أمر, command. والمصدر إنشاء or إنشاء. Okay, creating or establishing. فهو منشئ is the establisher, the creator. والمفعول منشأ, created or established. هذه الشركة منشأة عام 1980. This company is established at the year 1980 AD. أما, as for منشأة, you see منشأ is the اسم مفعول, and I just gave you an example, but we have also منشأة. منشأة, الجمع منشآت. فمعناها, it's an establishment, an installation, foundation. Okay? So فمعنى عبارتي, so the meaning of the phrase, I mean, when you copy, when you paste it, the noon with the sheen, what's totally a mistake. It means not what Allah wants, or if Allah wants. It means the creation of Allah. فالخطأ من جهتين. The mistake is from two ways. طريقة كتابة الحروف, the way of writing the letters by joining the noon to the sheen. That's the first mistake. والشكل أيضا والمعنى أيضا. So the three mistakes من ثلاث جهات. الخطأ الأول في كتابة الحروف, في طريقة كتابة الحروف. The first mistake to anyone who does this is in the way of writing the letters by joining them. Secondly, المعنى, the meaning. You've changed the meaning from if Allah wants to the creation of Allah. And thirdly, the shakl, the shakl, the harakat. And what do I mean with that? Who knows what I mean with that? Because when we look to the word sha'a is a past tense verb, okay? And it means future tense here, and that's because of the in. Sha'a yasha'u, he wanted, he willed, he wants. So a past tense verb ends normally on a fatha, okay? So he said dahaba, he went, and akala, he ate, and kataba, he wrote, and qara'a, he read. Sha'a, he wanted, he willed, okay. But when we write it joined, like here, okay, we want to say, for example, the creation of Allah, it's written like this, insha'ullahi, the creation of Allah, and not insha'a. Why are you giving a fatha to a noun? Without reason. Yes, if you have a reason for that, like inna khalidan, inna allaha, indeed Allah, okay? But without any letter of effect, okay? With any strong letter like inna and anna, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Without that, you're putting a fatha on the hamzatun ala satri, on the hamza on the line. Why are you doing that? Okay? So you have written it the wrong way and you have given it a fatha, if you know what I mean. Because the word insha'ullahi should have a dhamma. Insha'ullahi. If you join it, the creation of Allah. Insha'u is mudaf, so you dropped one of the two dhammas. And lafdul jalalati, the name of the majesty, is mudafun ilayh. I hope that this is inshallah clear. الصفحة التالية, the next page, أيها الإخوة, صفحة 167, page 167. المفردات. المفردات. اغلقوا الكتب, close the books. العرض, the display. انظر واستمع وأعد, look and listen and repeat. For those of you who have their book closed, اكتبوا التالي, write down you lot the following. He is studying مع الترجمة, with the translation. He is studying. The faculty of medicine, write down with full شكل. اكتبوا بالشكل الكامل. So we have in just these two words, we have 4 shaddat. كلية الطب. الكلمة الثالثة, the third word, the faculty of education. It's kind of funny because I have told you, brothers, what the faculty of medicine means, and it was not as supposed to. The faculty of education. والكلمة الأخيرة, and the last word, female teacher. إذن افتحوا الكتب, open the books. يدرس, he studies. كلية الطب, the faculty of medicine. كلية التربية, without a shut on the ya, the faculty of education. And مدرسة, or you can say أستاذة, or معلمة female teacher. بعد ذلك, after that, تدريب, an exercise. أجب بنعم, with yes, أو بلا, or with no. إذن أجب بنعم صحيح أو بلا خطأ, أو أجب بنعم صحيح أو بلا خطأ. I think that's better, as it's called بدل. Anyway, ابدأ الآن, start now. ابدأ الآن بهذا التدريب. Start now with this exercise. الأجوبة, the answers: واحد صحيح, اثنان صحيح, ثلاثة خطأ, أربعة خطأ, and دمشق or دمشق should have a fath on the meme. خمسة صحيح, ستة خطأ, سبعة خطأ, ثمانية صحيح, تسعة صحيح. عندي تدريب آخر للمجتهدين منكم. I have another exercise for the hard working of you lot. اغلقوا الكتب, close the books. كيف تقول, how do you say ندى will be a doctor? ندى ستكون طبيبة. This exercise is beneficial if you have your books totally closed. كيف تقول, how do you say إلهام will be a teacher? إلهام ستكون مدرسة. كيف تقول إلهام is studying in the faculty of the Arabic language? I give some time so you can answer before I start actually. إلهام تدرس, or you can say تدرس إلهام في كلية اللغة العربية. كيف تقول ندى studies in the faculty of science? تدرس ندى في كلية العلوم. كيف تقول, how do you say Damascus is in Syria? دمشق في سوريا. كيف تقول إلهام studies in the University of Damascus? تدرس إلهام في جامعة دمشق. كيف تقول, how do you say ندى studies in the University of القرى. ندى تدرس في جامعة القرى. كيف تقول إلهام السعودي؟ إلهام سعودية. وكيف تقول ندى السيريان؟ ندى سورية. إذن افتحوا الكتب, open the books, قبل البدء بالصفحة التالية, before starting with the next page. هناك فائدة إن شاء الله. There is a benefit إن شاء الله. For those who are just beginning with learning the Arabic language, you can convey this benefit inshallah, and that is نعم تساوي yes, نعم equals the English yes في عدد الحروف, in the amount of letters. نعم 3 letters, yes 3 letters. كما تساوي لا, likewise, or as لا, the Arabic for no, is equal to no in the amount of letters. So no has 2 letters, likewise the la has 2 letters. For those, inshallah, at the really beginning of the Arabic language who mix between the two نعم, between the two words. إذن سننتقل, we will move إلى صفحة جديدة, to a new page, وإلى حوار جديد, and to a new conversation, وهو الحوار الثالث والأخير في هذه الوحدة. And that's the final and last حوار in this chapter. And there might be some حوارs further on in the exercises, but not as long as this one. إذن صفحة 168, page 168, الحوار الثالث, the third conversation. And as you know, the conversations, when it comes to Arabiyyah to Bayna Yadayk, they're the most important part of each chapter. Okay, so the most of your focus, the most of your revision should be on the hiwars. Okay, the hiwars and the vocabulary in those hiwars. طيب. حوار بين قاسم وغسان, a conversation, a dialogue between قاسم, after Bayna you get kasra, so بين قاسم وغسان. غسان comes after the waw, should follow the word before the waw, and it's 2 kasra, what is قاسم, but غسان has 1 dhamma, and that's why it cannot have a kasra. Words that have 1 dhamma cannot have a kasra unless they have al. So غسان becomes غسانة when it needs 1 or 2 kasra. إذن غسان, my brothers in Islam, ممنوع من الصرف. It has 1 dhamma كما ترون, as you lot can see. سواء كان بحرف النداء, whether it is with a calling letter أو بدونه, or without it. Okay, يعني some might say غسان has maybe 1 dhamma because of ya. What is O? It's a calling letter, حرف نداء. أين تذهب يا غسان? Where are you going, O غسان? Okay, yes, it's true that each and every noun that has 2 dhamma will get 1 after ya. So خالد يا خالد, سعيد يا سعيد. When you call him, you say يا سعيد. You can never say يا سعيد because you drop 1 dhamma after the ya. But غسان has 1 dhamma, whether it's with ya or without ya, as I've mentioned here. طيب, ما معنى غسان؟ يعني هو اسم نادر حقيقة, يعني truly it's a rare name. It's pure Arabic, no doubt about that, and I'm not sure if there are companions with this name, but it's not as common as some other names like Sa'idun and etc. طيب, غسان اسم علم عربي. It's an Arabic proper noun, مذكر مصقل, وهو اسم ماء في تهامة. And غسان is the name of a water in Tihama, a place called Tihama. So you can think about it's like what you call buhayratun, like a lake, like a lake. It's the name of a water in a place called Tihama. tihamatu. That's the root form. And after fi, it's tihamata, because tihamatu has one dhamma, it's mamnu' min as-sarf, because it's a feminine proper noun. And that's why it has only one dhamma. طيب. وتهامة, this place is important to know because it's well known. It's منطقة تاريخية. It's an historical place. It's a historical place. It's a historical region. Now, منطقة is region. منطقة is a region. Well, it's historical. Okay. It's تاريخية. تاريخ is history, so تاريخية historical. It's ساحلية. It's coastal. It's a coastal historical region. Okay. محاذية. It's along. It's at the side of. It's parallel with the Red Sea. It's محاذية. It's along. It's parallel with للبحر الأحمر, with the Red Sea. So it's along the Red Sea, and any one of you knows the Red Sea, like Juddatu, the famous city in Saudi Arabia, is on the Red Sea. أشهر مدن تهامة في الوقت الحاضر. The most famous cities that the region of Tihama is covering في الوقت الحاضر, at the recent times, at the nowadays times, is مكة, جدة, ينبع, جيزان. These are in Saudi Arabia. الحديدة in Yemen. عدن in the southern part of Yemen. Okay. وقد وردت أحاديث في البخاري ومسلم ذكرت فيها تهامة. As I've mentioned, brothers, it's important. Why? Because there are ahadiths from our beloved Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the most authentic books, Al-Bukhari and Muslim, that have mentioned this region Tihama. كما أن هناك معنى آخر لهذا الاسم. Likewise, when we go back to the word Ghassanu, we find that there are two meanings. Okay? So it's either the name, يعني مثلا your ابنك اسمه غسان, the name of your son is Ghassan. It's either the name of that water, what is in Tihama, or it has a totally different meaning, and that's something I'll explain now. Okay, and that is Hiddatu Shababi, the figure of youth. Okay, so for example, Shabab is a teen, Shababun is يعني is the plural of Shabun. Shababun are youngsters, teenagers. Shababun. والمفرد شاب with the shad on the ba. Shabun is one youngster. So the peak of this age is, for example, 15 years or 13 years. For example, I'm not sure. So the peak of it is called Ghassanu. يعني هو بلغ, he reached Ghassana. He reached the peak of youngsterhood. I hope you understand what I mean. Okay. طيب. The first meaning is much clearer, but anyway, I had to share this with you. قال غسان أذهب إلى المدرسة. غسان said, I'm going to school. Okay. Don't drop the L, because if you drop the L, it means I'm going to a school. It doesn't sound definite. It's totally indefinite. Okay. Although you don't say in English, I'm going. In English, you just say I'm going to school. So you have to add the L to get this meaning. If you drop the L, you will say أذهب إلى مدرسة. You add another kasra because you drop the L, and ila is a preposition, so it needs a kasra. and then it means I'm going to a school. So if you want to be precise, if you want to be definite, you say إلى المدرسة, I'm going to school, يعني my school. قال قاسم said الوقت مبكر. الوقت, the time is early. الوقت مبكر. Okay, الوقت is the time. Okay, and it's وقت without L. And I have to put this because if I drop the L, you might not know if it's ممنوع من الصرف or not. Okay, so always when you teach a word, teach it in the two ways. For example, المساجد, the mosques. المساجد. So if you only teach the student المساجد, what is the mosques, he might think at the end of the lesson, when going back home, that if you drop the L, it's masajidun, and that is a mistake. Because masajidu is mamnu' min as-sarf, so it has one dhamma, whether you put L or not. So that's why it's important for the teacher to clarify this. Al-waqtu, the time. Without L, it's waqtun. It goes back to dhamma. وَالْوَقْتُ اسم مذكر, it's an masculine noun, معناه time. وقت is time. والجمع أوقات. Okay, وقت is important. It's mentioned in the Quran al-Karim, and its plural is أوقات, times. وقت الفراغ, spare time, free time. Okay. إذن وقت is time. Inshallah, I will stop here, inshallah, and until next class, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, shadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.